Welcome back, science fans. Today we're exploring something each and every one of us experiences: human consciousness. It's the magic that drives our thoughts, our emotions, and our very existence. Get ready to embark on a journey through the intricate world of the human brain and the enigma of consciousness. You may feel that you know yourself. I mean, you know your deepest thoughts, right? Everyone does. But have you thought about where those thoughts come from? How they're formed, and what makes you, you? To start, let's define what consciousness is. It's a multifaceted concept, but in simple terms, it refers to our subjective experience of the world and ourselves. It's the voice inside your head. It's how you see the colorful world around you, the emotions you feel, and your most secret thoughts. Despite being so fundamental to our existence, consciousness remains one of the most puzzling questions in science, and researchers still don't fully understand how it's created in the brain. To explore the concept, scientists often study consciousness's different levels. At its lowest, we have basic awareness, which is the ability to perceive and respond to stimuli. For example, you immediately pull your hand away when you touch a hot surface. In this case, you're experiencing basic awareness by feeling the heat and reacting to it by withdrawing your hand as fast as you can. This level of consciousness doesn't involve self-awareness or complex thought. Next, we have self-awareness, which is the ability to recognize oneself as distinct from others. This level of consciousness is characterized by a more complex understanding of the self and one's place in the world. Here you can think about your thoughts, emotions, and actions. It allows a person to evaluate their behavior, learn from their experiences, and make informed decisions about their future activities. This theory of mind is where you recognize that other individuals have their own thoughts and perspectives, which may differ from yours. It allows for empathy and effective social interactions. Finally, at the top, we have meta-awareness. This level is where we find temporal awareness, or the understanding of time's flow. It enables individuals to learn from their past, plan for the future, and adapt their behavior accordingly. The human brain is the command center for consciousness and is a complex organ made up of approximately 86 billion neurons. These neurons communicate with each other through electrical and chemical signals, forming intricate networks that give rise to our thoughts and emotions. The brain is made up of different regions, each responsible for various functions, such as processing sensory information, controlling motor movements, and managing emotions. One prominent theory in consciousness research is the global workspace theory, proposed by psychologist Bernard Bars. According to this theory, consciousness arises from the brain's ability to integrate information from different regions and make it available to the entire brain for processing. It's like a mental workspace where other brain regions can exchange information and work together to create our conscious experience. Another leading theory is the integrated information theory, developed by neuroscientist Giulio Tononi. This theory suggests that consciousness arises from integrating information across the brain's complex network of neurons. In other words, consciousness comes from the brain's ability to combine and process a vast amount of information in a unified manner. But despite our progress in understanding the brain's structure, the exact mechanism of how humans have consciousness remains unknown. If we look further, maybe consciousness is a fundamental property of the universe, like space and time. This idea, known as panpsychism, suggests that everything, including atoms and particles, possesses a basic form of consciousness. Panpsychism has its roots in ancient philosophical traditions, including some forms of Buddhism, Hinduism, and certain Greek philosophies. More recently, it has gained renewed interest among philosophers and scientists as a potential solution to the hard problem of consciousness. It's important to understand that panpsychism is not a scientifically proven theory, but rather a philosophical perspective on the nature of consciousness. Critics argue that it lacks empirical evidence and may not provide a reasonable explanation for the emergence of human awareness from simpler forms of elementary particles. However, supporters maintain that it offers a valuable framework for understanding the mysterious relationship between mind and matter, and encourages further exploration from both philosophical and scientific perspectives. Now that we've explored the human brain's complex world, let's look into the nature of good and evil, and how different traits may arise within people. This is a fascinating topic that philosophers have searched for thousands of years to try and understand why some people act maliciously and others do not. One of the earliest philosophical perspectives on human nature comes from the ancient Chinese philosopher Confucius. He believed that all people in the society they live in benefit from a lifetime of learning and a moral outlook. If people strayed, it was due to a lack of moral education or negative influences in one's environment. This idea suggests that individuals can be steered toward good behavior with proper guidance and nurturing. In contrast, the philosopher Thomas Hobbes posited that humans are naturally selfish and prone to violence. According to Hobbes, it is only through social contracts and the rule of law that individuals are kept in check and maintain harmonious relationships. For example, we all know that you're going to jail if you steal something. But what if we didn't have those societal rules? Would people steal more often? It's an interesting question. From a scientific standpoint, both nature and nurture play a role in determining whether a person is predisposed to good or bad behavior. Genetics can influence an individual's temperament, predisposing them to certain behaviors or personality traits. However, environmental factors such as upbringing, culture, and personal experiences also impact an individual's moral development. Another explanation is the dark triad, which is made up of Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy. These traits are associated with manipulation and self-serving behaviors. A positive note is that dark triad traits are relatively uncommon in the general population, with estimates indicating that only about 1% of people exhibit psychopathic traits. Narcissism and Machiavellianism might be more common, but these traits are still not widespread. Also, understand that the presence of these traits does not automatically mean a person is evil or dangerous. Many people may possess mild forms of these traits without engaging in harmful behaviors. A theory that helps explain why most people are good is the concept of empathy. Empathy is our ability to understand and share the feelings of others, which allows us to form connections and cooperate. This trait has been crucial for our survival as a species, as it promotes social cohesion. Research suggests that our brains are hardwired for empathy, with specific neural circuits dedicated to understanding the emotions and intentions of others. But not everyone possesses the same level of empathy due to genetic factors or environmental influences. This lack of empathy can lead to antisocial behavior, where individuals may struggle to form meaningful connections with others or understand the consequences of their actions. Another area is moral disengagement, which is when someone convinces him or herself that ethical standards do not apply to them. It's about making excuses for doing something wrong so you don't feel guilty about it. But again, this process can be influenced by factors such as upbringing, culture, or personal experiences, which shape an individual's moral reasoning. To better understand this, consider a neighborhood where some residents engage in vandalism, such as spraying graffiti on public property or damaging community facilities. These individuals use moral disengagement to justify their actions and avoid feeling guilty for their bad behavior. They might tell themselves that they were showcasing their artistic talents, or may say that the property was already in bad condition and that what they did didn't make a difference. They may even blame the government, suggesting that the authorities are responsible for not providing good facilities or opportunities for young people in the area. These individuals may also come from backgrounds where vandalism is considered a rebellion against social norms. This contributes to their negative morals. For example, suppose these people have experienced discrimination themselves. In that case, they might view their actions as a protest or a way to assert their identity and gain respect from their friends. Moral disengagement allows these individuals to continue their destructive behavior without feeling guilt or remorse. Sometimes it's not easy to see the line between good and bad. Human behavior often falls along a spectrum. People can exhibit good and bad traits depending on the situation or their state of mind. The interplay between genetics, environment, and individual experiences creates a unique moral landscape for each person, making it difficult to pinpoint a single cause for bad behavior. Unraveling the mystery of consciousness could profoundly affect our understanding of the human experience. It may also lead to breakthroughs in artificial intelligence, as we learn how to create conscious machines that can think, learn, and experience the world like we do. Thanks for joining us on this journey through human consciousness and our exploration of why some people are good and others are bad. But we're not done. Click on my next video to explore the ocean's depths and the mysteries that lie underneath. Until the next time.